Hi, Crossroads. If I haven't met you yet, my name is Becca Deming, and I'm glad to have just a few minutes with you today to encourage you. Have you ever run a race? Most of us can say yes in some form or another. Well, one of my great friends that I work with is training to run an Ironman triathlon. There are a lot of things that you have to do in order to get ready for a race like this. You don't just wake up one day and say, I think I'll run a race today. If you did, you would quickly find out that you don't have what it takes to finish, and you probably are not going to win that race. It takes months of mental preparation and physical training to be ready for something like that. Well, we have a race to run also. We have decided to follow Jesus. Our starter's gun has been fired, and we are now off and running our race. But how do we run? How should we finish our race well? There are a couple things that we need to focus on in order to do that. First, we need to decide a conscious decision that we want to run this race. It doesn't happen by accident. You're just not automatically signed up for it, depending on who you were born to or where your family is from. You have to decide that you want to run this race. Next, you need to get in shape with some daily disciplined workouts. You start at a base level, and then over time you build up your intensity and your training. And you practice and practice and practice to improve and grow your skills. A part of that training is also adjusting your diet accordingly. A runner typically avoids eating too much fat or protein before a run because those things can cause cramping or tiredness. They just are not good for you in the long run as you run. That happens because your body will be spending energy on digestion instead of on running. So in our race, we need to be selective about what we consume, about what we take in, where we spend our time, where we put our attentions. Philippians 4:9 is one of my favorite verses, and it says, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Whatever you have learned or received or heard from me or seen in me, put it into practice. So even before you've started the race, you've readied your mind, you've studied the route, and now finally, race day has arrived, and you are lined up on that start and ready to begin. You take your mark. And as Kevin showed us on Sunday at Hampstead, taking your mark starts by putting down a knee. For us as believers, we know that every race should begin in prayer. Every day should begin in prayer. The next step is to place your hands on the ground. And that important step can represent surrender. We put our hands down. We let go of control. We rest solely on God's hands. We don't carry extra baggage around on our race. We fix our eyes firmly on the direction that we want to go and on that finish line. As Christians, we have a race to run, and all of heaven is cheering us on with eager anticipation. Hebrews 12:2 puts it like this: let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith. I pray that you will set your eyes on him, put down your knee in prayer, set your hands down in surrender, and run with perseverance. Runners, take your mark. Have a great rest of your week.